Your brain needs 20% of all the oxygen that you breathe, which means 1/5 of every breath that you take goes directly into powering your thoughts, dreams, and consciousness. Living microorganism floating in the atmosphere, forming complex community. Our atmosphere is like a series of protective shields. In the Sanskrit, prana represents not just breath, but the very essence of life forces. Native American traditions speak of wind as the breath of the Great Spirit. The breath that you take right now might contain a molecule that was once breathed by Gandhi, Einstein, or even Julius Caesar. Hi, today we're talking about air. Every breath that you take right now contains molecules that was once breathed by dinosaurs. That's right, the air entering in your lungs right now has been circulating our planet for billions of years, witnessing everything from first cry of human life to the last roar of the T-Rex. And today, I'm about to reveal the extraordinary secrets hidden in something that we do 23,000 times a day without even thinking about it. Breathing. What if I told you that this invisible force surrounding us holds mysteries that even science is just beginning to understand? Our story begins not on Earth, but in the cosmic depth of space. The air that we're breathing right now was born in the hearts of dying stars billions of years ago. When you inhale, you're breathing in the legacy of stellar explosions that created the very element that make up our atmosphere. Nitrogen, oxygen, argon, each has its own cosmic origin story. Take a deep breath and feel it. And in that single breath, you have inhaled 25 sextillions air molecules. And each one has its own incredible story to tell. And here's something even more astonishing. The air isn't actually invisible. It's blue. And that's why we see our sky painted in magnificent shades of azure. What we perceive as clear nothingness is actually a complex symphony of gases performing an eternal dance around our planet. At this very moment, the air molecules around you are moving at an astonishing speed of 1,019 miles per hour. They're literally racing around you, bouncing off each other in an elaborate choreography that's been ongoing since Earth's formation. These molecules don't just float aimlessly. They follow precise physical laws that create everything from gentle breezes to powerful hurricanes. Most people don't realize air has weight. The air in an average room weighs about 100 pounds. We are literally swimming in an ocean of air, each of us at the bottom of this atmospheric sea, with miles of gases stacked above us. The pressure of this invisible ocean is so perfectly balanced that we never notice its enormous weight. In fact, every square inch of your body is being constantly pressed by 14.7 pounds of air pressure at sea level. Scientists have recently discovered that the air around us is way more alive than we had ever imagined. And up to 7.5 miles above the Earth's surface, an invisible ecosystem thrives. Living microorganism floating in the atmosphere, forming complex communities we are only beginning to understand. These aerial microbes don't just exist in the air. They affect our weather, our crops, and possibly even our health. Trees, they communicate through air, sending chemical signals to warn each other of dangers. When a giraffe begins eating in a cassia tree in Africa, the tree releases chemicals into the air that signals to nearby trees to start producing protective substance. Plants can actually hear themselves being eaten through the air vibrations and respond accordingly. Our atmosphere isn't just a blank space, it's a living, breathing communication network. Our atmosphere is like a series of protective shields, each layer serving a unique purpose. Troposphere, where we live, contains most of our weather, and above it, the stratosphere houses the ozone layer, protecting us from the harmful radiation. The mesosphere burns up incoming meteors, while the thermosphere creates a beautiful aurora borealis. Each layer is essential for life as we know it. The ancient civilization understood something about air that we're only beginning to rediscover with the help of modern sciences, and the Greeks called it pneuma, meaning both air and a spirit. In the Sanskrit, prana represents not just breath, but the very essence of life forces. Native American traditions speak of wind as the breath of the Great Spirit. These weren't just poetic ideas. They were observation of a profound truth about the connection between air and life itself. Your brain needs 20% of all the oxygen that you breathe, which means 1/5 of every breath that you take goes directly into powering your thoughts, dreams, and consciousness. And Buddhist monks have known this for millennia, developing breathing techniques that can alter body temperature and brain function. Modern sciences is now validating what these ancient practitioners always knew. Conscious breathing can literally change our physiology. The air connects us in a way that we barely comprehend. The breath that you take right now might contain the molecules that was once breathed by Gandhi, Einstein, or even Julius Caesar. A single breath of the air contains more molecules than there are stars in the known universe. We are all sharing this invisible ocean, this atmospheric soup that carries our words, thoughts, and life itself. Air is Earth's great conductor, orchestrating an incredible symphony of life. It carries the songs of whales across oceans, the whisper of the wind through the mountain peaks, and the subtle chemical messages between flowers and bees. Sound itself is nothing but vibrations in air, making our atmosphere the medium through which all the Earth's creatures communicate. As we uncover more about air's extraordinary properties, we are also discovering how fragile this balance is. The atmosphere that protected life for billions of years is changing. Every year we add billions and tons of carbon dioxide to the air, altering its composition faster than any time in the Earth's history. The same air that witnessed the dawn of humanity now carries the story of our impact on Earth. Like water, air might have a kind of a memory. Recent studies suggest that atmospheric patterns can persist long after the condition that created them have changed. The air around us carries traces of every major event in the Earth's history, from volcanic eruptions to industrial revolutions. It's a living record of a planet's story. As we look into the future, understanding air has become more crucial than ever. From exploring Mars's thin atmosphere to developing new clean air technologies, our relationship with this invisible force continues to evolve. Scientists are now developing ways to harvest water from air, clean pollutants using air-based technologies, and even use air to store energy. Across cultures and throughout times, humans have recognized the sacred nature of breath. The first cry of the newborn and the last exhale of dying are bookend to every human life. In between, we take roughly 670 million breaths. Each one connects us to the web of life on Earth, to our ancestors, and to generations yet to come. So the next time when you breathe, remember that you're not just inhaling air, you're participating in an ancient cycle that connects you to every living being that has ever existed on this earth. You're breathing the same air that gave life to the first flowers, that carried the first bird songs, and that will continue to tell Earth's story long after we are gone. Now, take a deep breath, because after knowing these secrets, you will never look at the invisible same way again. The air around you isn't just an empty space. It's the most extraordinary substance on planet Earth, hiding in a plain sight.